Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Oh my God. We had the quickest turnaround we've had in about 4 months. Mark and the Doc are here. We are doing a podcast, folks.
Yes.
It's The Brink of Sanity. I am
Podcast
your
time.
host, Jay, and we have a ton of stuff to talk about. I know I say that a lot, but those are lies. This time we actually do.
There's a lie
A
again.
bunch of stuff.
I want to start the show off with a big, major announcement.
Okay.
This is going to change your world. Mm-hmm. But I want to make sure everyone's clear. Tom Cruise is straight, and he's
Lies.
not weird. He's not weird at all.
Lies.
He's totally straight and totally. I mean, if I could go on Oprah, I would jump on the couch and proclaim my love to Katie Holmes. I would do the same thing. If you fell in love with Katie Holmes, you'd go on Oprah also. And it's not weird that they were just together for a specific amount of time.
I probably wouldn't be on Oprah, so I don't know.
You know what is weird?
If you married Katie Holmes, you would.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would get you on.
That's true.
If it was Katie Holmes, maybe, yes.
I should start working on that.
Do you know what
now that
is?
she's single, the Doc, you're single. She's
Yeah.
single. You guys have a thing in common. Do you like kids?
'Cause
She
she's
has
got
one.
some, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to work on that.
Do you think you could be a dad to Suri?
Do you like angry, insane ex-husbands lurking around?
That are super rich and could kill you?
And shorter than you?
Do you know what is weird, though? All 3 of Tom Cruise's exes divorced him when they were 33.
That's the smart guy.
Wow.
This is not my own original joke, but he should have been like on Dazed and Confused. You know what I like about ex-wives? I keep getting older. They keep saying the same age. Not my.
Wait, I'm 33. I should divorce Tom Cruise.
You get a lot of money. And you're probably more...
You'd more like to stay married to him.
Yeah.
He's not gay though. I don't know what people are saying, and he's not. Scientology is not a weird religion. Just because it was made up about 10 years ago, it's not a weird religion by a con artist.
Just because it was written by a science fiction writer?
Do you know what the thing about Scientology? It's the only thing where Mormons are like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, he's not gay. I don't know why people keep insisting. Just because he can't stay married to the same woman, he can't find the right woman.
Okay, that's fine. Next.
He's not gay.
Yeah, Katie Holmes is hideous.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at her. I mean, she kind of looks like a dude.
Then it probably would have worked.
And he's not weird at all.
You know who is weird? Mel Gibson. His stepmother has a restraining order against him.
Wouldn't you
Wait,
too?
Stepmother.
Why does she have I didn't read this article.
Why does he have a stepmother? Because he has...
Why does he have a stepmother?
Because he has an
I guess
ex-wife.
his dad is... Wait, no, that's not a stepmother. A stepmother would be his dad's
His dad's wife.
wife.
His dad's wife.
I don't know.
His dad's
Everyone's
new-
divorced.
His
His
not-
dad's, it would be his dad's wife who's not his mom.
I wonder what she saw in his dad. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that would be a mother-in-w, right?
Right.
Well, you say
Okay.
you said stepmoms, yeah. So
Yeah,
his dad
that's
got
right.
remarried, and so the woman must have said, "Ooh, you don't believe in the Holocaust? Neither do I. We should date."
Yeah.
Apparently, there were several acts of domestic violence against the 78-year-old.
From Mel?
Yeah.
Well, rumor was that she was Jewish, so I can totally understand. How does Mel Gibson keep getting weirder?
I don't know. I don't know
does
if
the guy-
weird's the right word either.
How does the guy that played
I
a
think-
loose cannon
I think Crazy Old Man is what happened
To be fair, he played a loose cannon in Lethal Weapon, and that loose cannon, which seemed like so much more normal than the actual person.
Was he Mad Max?
He was
Mad Max. Yeah,
so
every role
I
he's
think
done.
He's mad, really older Max.
Yes.
Much older, past middle age Max.
Mad Max versus the Jews and old ladies.
Are you guys going to go see Katy Perry's new movie?
Yeah, is she in Spider-Man?
Who's Katy Perry? No, I'm just kidding.
I heard, actually, do you guys know there's a reboot coming of Spider-Man?
It's out.
No. There's one coming in August. They're going to
There's
reboot.
another one. There's
Yeah,
another
they're going to reboot the one that's coming in July. And then for February, they have another reboot coming. It's from now on, all movies will be rebooted 3 times a year.
It's called Spider-Man. We're taking a mulligan on this one.
Spider-Man, the PC version.
And what do you think of this Spider-Man? What do you think of this Spider-Man? It says Spider-Man. Come see the movie.
Spider-Man. We're serious this time.
Batman, the reboot. Spider-Man, the reboot.
They're also making an X-Men movie, and guess who they're going to fight in the new X-Men movie?
Spider-Man?
No, not Spider-Man.
Is it? Wait, hang on. Is it someone that like from the X-Men comics who I wouldn't know because I don't read those books?
No, it's the same person they fought in the first 4 X-Men movies.
Doctor Evil?
Magneto.
Magneto. I was just gonna say.
So they're going to do a 5th movie in a row where they fight Magneto. Because he's the only enemy out of the 60 years of X-Men history.
Probably.
Okay, the thing is,
It's amazing they lasted 600 issues considering they fight Magneto every
Yeah, that
issue.
seems.
I would say the weird thing about that
It seems
is,
like a cartoon on TV where they fight like the same person.
at least with
Yeah.
Batman, everyone knows Joker is the anime, so like it's a popular. Did everyone know Doctor Magneto to begin with? Like, is there?
Did you just call him Dr. Magneto?
What's his name?
Oh my god.
Mr. Magneto. Oh, I got the
Batman
comic.
has more than one.
It's just Magneto.
Okay, did anyone know Doctor Magneto? That's funny. I
Come
got
on, he
the,
doesn't
I,
have a- he
I got
doesn't-
the name of the wrong of a
He doesn't
comic
have a
book.
PhD in something. Come on, he's gotta.
Maybe.
Is that funny that I got your comic book villain wrong?
Dr. Magneto just sounds funny.
Maybe that would be like, I went for my PhD. Now I can kill you guys.
I mean, there is a Dr. Nemesis and a Mr. Sinister, so I guess
Yes, that's what I must have been thinking of. Mr. Sinister.
that's a terrible, terrible name. Anyway, Katy Perry's movie is about her
Wait,
rise.
does Katy Perry fight Doctor Magneto?
I think Magneto has to be the enemy in every movie. Katy Perry was trying to rise to stardom, and Magneto kept zapping her Emmys. So,
Do you think it'd be great if they did a movie about Iraq where replaced Saddam Hussein with Doctor Magneto?
yeah, I think it would be.
Saddam's dead, so they might as well.
Yeah. And then they hang him at the end of the movie.
Just really revised history. We invaded Iraq to stop Doctor Magneto.
So yeah. Anyway,
What's the Katy Perry movie about?
well, it's about her struggle and
I think it's about
rise
Katy
to
Perry.
eventual stardom, which is, you know,
Isn't she like 22?
she's 27 and she's been famous for about 6 years. So
I don't think she had a struggle.
it really pisses
Has
me
she
off
been
when they
famous
have
for
these.
6 years.
I
I
think
thought it was
so.
like a year.
Was she ever?
I don't know. It's been at least 2 or 3.
I have a question. Was she ever sexually abused, and did they show those scenes?
It just breaks out into like a 20-minute porno scene.
A really weird, disturbing porno.
I always thought that would be funny to do in movies. Like, you have a James Bond movie, and when he starts making out with the vixen, like, it just goes into like an actual porno for about 10 minutes. And then it goes back to the normal James Bond movie.
That'd be hilarious.
Don't you think porn should do that to make it more mainstream? Just to really like it should be like
Well,
the
that's like porn actually having a movie.
The
Like-
porno with like $100 million budget.
Yeah,
Like
porn,
the
porn
new-
actually hiring real actors to do the porn.
like the new Spider-Man. Like 20 minutes into it, there's like a 10-minute porn, and you keep going with the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It was very well done.
It was necessary. It just you had to play it out.
The villain looked good. The special effects were amazing, and the double team was great.
Yeah, Mary Jane's money shot was perfect.
They didn't feel like fading to black. You know, they just kind of kept going.
I did 27-year-olds having a story about
What is going on?
struggling.
Wait, what was the title of that?
what
Go
was-
back to that title.
Go
Go back to the picture.
The title was just like her
Raw
wacky.
amazing. Okay, so
Her
maybe
wacky
she,
out-
What's
outfits.
going on with the picture there? She's wearing like films.
Yeah, she has stupid outfits.
you know what her
That's why she's famous. That's
here's
why
here's
she's
what
famous.
here's what her title of the movie should be called. Katy Perry. Her I got boobs. That should be a story of her life.
Or it should be called Katy Perry. I tried and instantly succeeded.
I tried it.
That was like the Bieber movie.
The-
The kid's like 11, and he had like a rise to stardom feature film last year.
I thought she was more like a one-hit wonder that wouldn't go away. Like,
Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
the hour I struggled. Well, the thing with all these, like, it's not like Katy Perry wrote her music. I'm sure it's very.
No, she did actually.
She wrote all her songs.
Most of them.
Really?
She's actually one of the few that. Why do I know this? I'm gonna.
Oh.
No, yeah,
You're defending
she
Katy
has
Perry,
some
huh?
writers.
I love Katy Perry.
Yeah, her writers are something.
Do you know
so
Jason?
she actually came up with "I Kissed a Girl"
Yeah.
all by herself.
Jason actually thinks. Jay actually thinks that Katy
that's
Perry
really
is
complex.
Jay actually thinks Katy Perry is disgusting looking, but he just loves her music.
Right. I clearly do not have her albums on my iTunes.
Is that her box set? And why do you have a box set when she doesn't release one?
Yeah. It's her box set with her one album.
Jay, there were tickets to her concert sitting on your desk.
Why is her best of 2 songs long?
The Justin Bieber movie, he was waiting for like 2 hours for his first million hits on YouTube. Those are a long 2 hours.
Poor Justin.
I
then
feel
he
like
made it.
the Justin Bieber movie has a scene in it where he like swims through his money like Scrooge McDuck.
Is he?
Yeah.
I have a question. Justin Bieber, is he always going to be 12, or is he actually going to grow into a man? Like,
He's gonna be one of those guys.
Oh,
that-
if you see him in private, he's a man.
no, I mean he's like 3 feet tall and like
How old is he?
and has like.
I think he's like 17 or 18. He's been famous for
I mean,
years now.
like something's gonna change. I mean, he can't have like a super high voice forever. Or,
You know what's I think funny about like so the teen pop stars like remember like Britney Spears, there was a countdown until she turned 18 because suddenly I guess when she turned 18 she was gonna get naked for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if like girls have that like Justin Bieber only 328 days till we can see his penis.
I don't think girls like penises as much as guys like boobs.
I think that's probably true.
I think they're just as satisfied with the guy with the shirt off if they're.
They're like Justin Bieber only 320 more days till we can see his $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a Learjet you can buy me? Awesome.
Only 300 days till I can claim I had sex with him and extort money out of him.
Yes. Do you think Bieber goes around? I know he has like this great like image, but do you think he gets more ass than Tiger Woods?
Absolutely.
He must.
He
like,
can. I just don't know what he does. Like he
Well-
looks like a little girl. Like, I mean,
Oh, there's an awesome photo on that's floating around Facebook, and it's him and Selena Gomez at a Lakers game.
Yeah.
And she's like cheering and yelling, and he has his face in his palm, and he looks all bored, and it says, "Never take a girl to a sporting event."
I saw that actually.
That's really funny. So he's the girl, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the
that's
joke.
the joke.
That was the joke. We were talking about saying "Hey guys,"
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
like when there's a group, or like when there's a girl or two in the group.
You go on, Jay. Tell me what I said earlier.
Well, that's what you said. So I'm moving right along to the next up.
Actually, I think I said "Hey man" to your.
I was
girlfriend.
saying
I was like,
What-
wait, she's not. I shouldn't say "Hey man."
I always
She's a
find it
girl.
awkward because I always say, "Hey guys," or like, "What are you guys up to?" But then like sometimes it was like it would be my wife and her friend and like female friend. I'd be like, "What were you guys up to?" Not that you're guys, but what were you? And like it sounds weird when you say what your girl
Yeah,
up
but
to.
I think guys like has this kind of group of people.
Yeah, it's
meaning
more
to
just
it.
yeah.
I don't think. I think that's appropriate actually.
But then there's always like that one feminist that goes, "Excuse me, there's females in the group too," and you're just like, "Shut the fuck up, or I'll
well,
stab
I
you
would
in
be
the
like,
eyeball."
why am I spending time with this person?
Yeah.
Well, it's also if I say like, "What were you gals up to?" I feel like I was in 1950.
yeah.
It's like a weird expression.
Yeah, nobody says that.
What's up, gal?
What are you guys up to, see?
Hey, gal.
Yeah, so that was that.
So my big life event to throw out there. My son just turned 1 year old. So
Congratulations.
Yes,
You are a successful parent. You did not.
He's not dead yet.
He,
Yes.
he didn't spontaneously combust at any point.
People have to congratulate you because or else you feel like an asshole if you don't.
Right.
So we just went to the
It's like,
doc.
so
So tell me something. Say something nice. You have to. I kept a human being alive for a year.
praise
quite
me.
impressive.
Praise me.
Yes. Yeah. What have you kept alive? Oh, you have a puppy. It's not a human being.
My plant
Yeah, I have plants.
And
I plant.
and my cat.
If you-
Eggplant.
If your puppy passed away, you're gonna be prosecuted by the folks under the law. So we went for his 1 year.
It's like a $10 fine.
Yeah, that's the full extent.
We went for his 1 year appointment, and so at every appointment he goes for like his checkups. They ask like these, I guess, developmental questions, like is he doing this, this, and this at this stage, and like is he
Breathing, peeing, shitting.
Yeah, pretty much. Like does he
I think
like
you have to sort of pass that by day one.
does he does he reach? Yes, those are, as the doc can tell you, breathing and shitting
Yeah.
very important on the first day of life, not 6 months, first day of life.
That's every day.
But they ask you questions like, does he reach for stuff? Yes. Does he babble? Does he do this or this? And I was thinking, well, first off, I found that our son would always like do some things okay and then behind in some things. And I felt it was kind of like the GMAT, where the GMAT, I guess, is like, if you answer questions that are correct, you get harder questions. And if you answer easier questions, you get, questions wrong, you get easier questions. Because I felt like we went for the 1 year mark and they were like, does he move? Yeah, good. They were dumbing it down for us, but
I'm sorry, we're gonna put him in the remedial life program.
I feel like there's some kid out there like 1 year old. Oh, can he do geometry? Well, he's a smarter kid. We didn't get the geometry question. We got the can he eat clay? But I was wondering, like, I don't know when they do this, stop doing the developmental questions, but it'd be great if they continue that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, every time you went to the doctor, they were like, oh, are you good at making friends at recess? Are you, have you started hitting on girls yet? Have you noticed them yet? Have you admitted you're gay yet? So I think we have to develop the questions the rest of your life.
So-
why are you still single? Why are you?
Yeah.
Why can't you hold down a job?
Do you get enough ass?
Do you say your baby's 1 year old, or do you use some weird math?
I say he's 372 days.
I don't know why people do that.
Okay, so people in general, they do. I mean, no one does like. I guess like the first day you can say he's like 10 hours. That's really like retarded. But
Well, the girl I deleted on Facebook, who every day was like day 2, day 3, day 4, posting pictures of her baby, and by day 10, I just deleted her from my life.
Jay's like, that's great. Here's gonna be posting about the Knicks.
They all look exactly the same for the first 10 days. Come on, I don't need that.
As far as I'm concerned, most babies are ugly and mine's cute.
I think that's the way most parents feel.
But it's like I guess like the first like maybe through the first like 10 days or so, you're like he's 8 days old, he's 9 days old. Then you switch to weeks. I think you stop weeks around 20 weeks unless you're insane, and then you do months. There are some parents that go to like 36 months. They're like he's 36 months old, and you're like, oh great, he's between 2 and 20. I don't know, I can't do the math. Could you just help me out there?
I think the week should stop at 8.
I think like
Start doing months, 2 months. We get it.
I think you should keep it up like as long as possible. Oh, my son, he's 827 weeks. How old is he? You'd like to know.
Yeah.
Maybe you should like go back to school and learn how to do some math.
My son is 390 months old. It's us.
Can he hold that?
Says Jay's dad.
You're like 390 months. Can he hold down a job or does he still wear a diaper?
Does he play well with others?
Has he
Yeah.
discovered his genitals?
Well, I would have failed that test.
The genitals one?
No, the holding down the job one.
Jay is not with work.
Jay has been separated from work.
Work and Jay are not speaking
Jay,
anymore.
Jay, what is it called when you get separated from your work? There's like a fancy word.
I am employment deficient.
That's what you should be like, listen, it's just like calling me the N-word and calling me unemployed.
Yeah.
I prefer employment deficient.
So when they separate you from your work, they give you something in return, right?
Yeah, they give you a severance.
Severed.
So
I've
what
been
was your
severed.
last day? I have a
You're
question.
severed.
Do they give you a going away party?
They asked if I wanted a happy hour. I'm like, well, it's not happy, so no.
How about drink till I can finish the suicide party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would,
How about just I'll bring a shopping cart you fill with alcohol.
Yeah.
that'd be a really awkward like happy hour. Jay, we're really sorry you're leaving. So am I, asshole.
Yeah.
Keep me.
Yeah, one person was like, I think you got a good deal. I'm like, I think employment was a better deal.
We're sorry you're leaving. So is my landlord because he's not getting any money anymore.
Yeah.
Jay's like, I think when I could eat, that was awesome.
I remembered how much I loved shelter.
Shelter is awesome.
This is exciting for me too because I always wanted to live with my parents at age 32.
Yeah. I realized how underrated shelter is. So I also learned that severance is taxed at 1 billion% higher than your normal paycheck.
Well, what
So-
they do is they tax you like severance if you're gonna earn that money every month. Which, as you're not gonna earn any money, you probably should get a bigger tax.
Yeah,
break.
so this is to help the unemployed people of the world, or the recently unemployed, is to take as much money from that last paycheck as possible.
Should they not tax unemployment?
They shouldn't.
Right.
Of all the people getting like these are people that really can't.
Do
like,
they actually tax unemployment?
They do.
Yes.
You're actually in tax. You should
I get a maximum of $405 a week, but that gets taxed.
4 or 5. Wow. The Republicans must have been like helping that out.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was 400. The Republicans, we insist it's 4 or 5.
So you get taxed. Huh? That's-
So wait, so what's it after taxes, or do you not know yet?
I just know it was $1,100 less than my other paycheck that got taxed.
I don't know. So when do you start getting unemployment?
You have to claim it after the first week, and then it takes another 2 weeks. So it takes you 3 weeks to get your first unemployment check.
So they make people that are broke and with no job wait 3 weeks.
To get a taxed $400 check.
Do you have to jump through a flaming ring also to get your money?
This was after getting an extra $1,100 out
Jay
of my
leaves the
severance.
unemployment line. Some guy with a gun's like, "Give me the check."
Could you imagine getting robbed right after the
That's definitely the worst day of all time.
Dude, how do they give you the money?
In a check form.
I mean, do they mail you a check or like?
They hand it to me
It's not a bag of money.
So you just stop off each
with
week?
a dollar sign on it.
They stop off each week at the employment office and they give you a check?
They drop me off in Harlem with a giant bag with a money symbol on it.
Yeah,
And if you could keep it, then that's what you
then
get.
they place bets on how long you live.
No, unemployment actually has a direct deposit option.
That's what I figured they must. I mean, like that'd be really like annoying if they're like. I mean, why?
Well,
I mean,
they-
the unemployed guy's pretty busy.
They used to make people come every week, right?
Yeah, well, the other option now is an unemployment card. It's like an ATM card, and like the money refreshes on there weekly.
Well, which one are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do direct deposit.
That makes more sense.
I mean, I can't cut into my like video game time.
Yeah.
Can't be walking all the way to the corner to check that,
Can't figure out how to use
catch
a
that
freaking
unemployment
card.
check. Yeah, it's good. So when
why do they make you wait 3 weeks though? That seems like really cruel.
it does.
I'm out of a job. I'm out of work. I'm so sad. I can't pay my rent.
Well, let's tax your last paycheck and then make you wait a ton of time before you.
Shouldn't there be like a severance code so
Did you
they
get-
know that it's like severance?
I think you said you got like the last full month and your full month, your whole July paycheck in one check. Mm-hmm. That's probably why they killed you with the taxes.
Right, but there should be a severance like code, not like we're just going to assume you make $1 billion a year and
Yeah, you basically got taxed like you make double your salary probably.
Yeah.
quadruple because they assume that's your weekly rate.
I don't know how they assume that. That really sucks.
Yeah, no, it kind of sucks. Not happy about that.
I have like so my job. I do a job with based on commission, and I get taxed the same way Jay does.
So we just figured out what Mark does.
Yeah, I've known you guys for years, and we're like, I'm in recruiting, and they're like, oh, that's what you do.
I feel
what
like
do you think I do when I come back from work?
I feel like
You guys don't appreciate me.
I feel like an explorer. I discovered Mark's job today. I actually earned like a 4-square achievement for discovering what Mark does.
I don't even know what a 4-square achievement is. But my job is completely commission based, and so I get like I get random checks, and like they're taxed pretty high rate. So I try to like beat the system by getting doing all these deductions, and then I end up getting like it's come tax time, I end up owing a lot of money to the government, and that and I know like I guess the idea is basically you're giving a no interest free loan to the government if they keep back a bunch of your money.
Yeah.
And they're giving you a no interest free loan if you have to give them a bunch of money at tax time.
Yep.
At the same time, it really sucks to give them a lot of money at tax time.
I've never had to do that, but I can imagine.
It's like my money. Get off.
Yeah, you're like, you gave it to me already. Is it like ownership
It's in my bank account. It's my money.
9/10 of whatever I think?
I work with a guy who had to pay $50,000 to the government
Holy
this year.
Well,
What does he make? Like,
wait, what
Well,
do you mean?
I
What
was
do you mean
like,
he had to
well-
pay $50,000 in the government? Like $50,000 in total taxes, or
Yeah, in taxes.
like?
so he makes
For
like
his
500.
taxes.
Well,
I mean, he
like
makes,
on top. Wait, no, hang on. Are you saying he paid taxes throughout the year,
Oh,
but
so-
owed $50,000 on top?
I think so.
Yeah, you're not saying like over the course of a year that means the person.
Yeah, I guess that's not as much as.
I don't think he was paying zero.
Yeah, he must have paid taxes out of each paycheck, but then was still behind by $50,000.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'd
how
feel
much this
bad,
guy
but I really
earn?
don't because you're making like a
Yeah.
filthy amount of money.
Yeah, like it's not like.
That amount of money is like my income, so.
Yeah, I was like, your taxes are like slightly over what I make, so.
Because like if you're just paying over the course of a year, that's not like crazy money. But if you're paying that your penalty on top of everything else, you've made a lot of money.
Yeah, you're doing it right in life.
He's like, yeah, you know what sucks also? Where'd I put my millions? I mean, like, there's no place to like.
I know, I already stuffed my mattress, filled up
Yeah.
my closets. The bank is just full. They
I
ran out
mean-
of digits.
You know what also sucks? Like, I invested in jet planes, and they're not going up in value as much as you expect them to do in the past.
They only tripled. I was expecting quintupling. But he can afford the world's most expensive cupcake.
Who?
That rich guy at work.
No.
No, we can't even pay $50,000 to the government.
Just went on sale for $1,007 for a cupcake.
The
This
cupcake comes with a hand job.
Yeah.
It comes with 12 edible 24 karat gold sheets.
What?
First of all, I don't think gold. I mean, I never tried eating gold, but it probably. I would assume it doesn't taste great.
Do you think gold comes out like corn?
Your poop just comes wrapped up in gold.
Yeah. You're like, you may not think you want to see this poop, but this poop is wrapped in gold.
Yeah, it's shiny. So basically, you have shiny poop.
How big of a douchebag do you have to be to eat gold? I mean, it's like, hey, starving kids in Africa. I just ate a bunch of gold. I'm not going to give you any money. I just
I'm
wanted
so
you to
rich.
know.
I'm so rich. I have shiny poop.
Yeah. I can't have
You know what
normal
would be great?
food.
Those commercials would be like, for the price of one golden cupcake, you could support an entire village in Liberia.
Probably buy Liberia.
Well, that's the problem with like the whole not to get anything political at all, but like income inequality, because there's like 1% of the population has this tons of money and has no idea what they're spending on. They're like, come up with something retarded and I'll spend the money on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat gold and shit it out. Why not? I'm that rich. I'm that fucking rich.
On a
bitch.
daily basis, I wipe my ass with $100,000. So I don't know what to do with my money. I need to spend $1 billion today just to keep me from being bored. What do you got?
And I wipe my ass with original sheets of paper from the Bible.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a thing for douchebags.
Do you have a
Cupcake for douchebags.
$10,000 milkshake?
I'm sure they do.
I will take a $100,000 Oreo cookie.
It's like blended pieces of expensive artifacts. It's you're just
Diamonds.
eating like Stonehenge and the
just
Berlin
crushed
Wall.
diamonds in there.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys put in this? This pate is wonderful. It's really expensive. What do you guys put in it? A human being.
The first human being ever. We found the fossils and grounded it up. So now you're just shitting out the first human ever.
You're actually eating Justin Bieber.
Now that is something I can get behind. Last week we mentioned that shitty song, Call Me Maybe.
Who said it was shitty?
Okay, I did, but maybe you like it. I just
Wanna
wanted
go
to...
top 5 songs?
It is the #1 song on iTunes.
Okay, so why don't you read off the top? Can you play the top 5 songs?
This
This is why I do not have iTunes.
Wait, you weren't prepared. You had a top 5 list of songs that no one's ever heard of. I mean, besides people that are on iTunes. which
Besides the tens of millions of people who bought
but you
each of
couldn't
these
play
songs.
the songs so we can make fun of them.
I mean, I could look them all up. We already know Call Me Maybe.
Wide Awake by Katy Perry. I bet she wrote that song because she's talented. She's really talented. You know that, Doc? She writes her own music.
She kissed a girl.
That was her best song.
I like that song actually.
I do too. Oh, mostly because that video. She's pretty hot in the video. Do you know she has boobs? She has boobs.
Yeah. I think people have noticed that.
I didn't know if anyone else noticed that. I've noticed that.
I think that's
she has,
part of why she's famous.
I didn't even know. I didn't know people. I thought people just heard her voice.
Yeah.
She's really
They
catchy.
like her for her songs.
Her boobs are really catchy.
Yeah. Her boobs have good lyrics.
So I have to hear this one. The
Okay.
number 8 song is by Flo Rida.
You're gonna go
it's
in any
really
order
good.
possible,
I'm
huh?
just gonna end order.
Let your lips spin back around, come up. Slow it down, baby, take a look. You blow my whistle, baby.
Actually, yeah,
Great.
I feel like a moron when I was like when I found out when I realized it was Florida. I was like, oh, he got one over on me.
You guys also.
I was like, man,
That's clever.
that rapper Alabama must be Alabama.
Alabama.
You also aren't wearing headphones and you want to hear these songs. So
Oh,
bring
whatever.
that up. Yeah.
Number 5 on the list is Somebody I Used to Know by Got Ye. If you want to hear that song, step outside and a car will be driving by with the song on.
Turn on any radio station at any time of the day.
That song is on 100 times a day. No matter what, you can't escape it.
It was when I went to North Carolina. It was the first song I heard when we got to the beach. Somebody had a boombox with that song on.
There was a report from Guantanamo Bay. The prisoner said, you're just putting that song on repeat to torture us. And they said, no, we just have Z100 on.
Yeah. Z100 is the only station that'll play the same song 4 times in 1 hour.
They're all like that. Have you listened to radio?
I
Radio
try not to.
is awful.
It's terrible.
It's like the worst possible.
There was one awesome station, 1019. It was like music that I would actually listen to, and they turned it-
1019 was, hang on, 119 was like Light FM.
No, they.
And I like Light FM.
No. There was they turned it into like this alternative rock thing for like 6 months, and then they changed it into news radio. Like
Oh, maybe 101.1 is Light FM?
no, it was 101.9, but it was like for 6 months. It was an awesome station.
Do you guys remember X107?
No.
Do you not? It's like when we were like 16 years old.
X107?
X107. Maybe it wasn't in Long Island, because Long Island sucks. But X107 was like the alternative station that I remember growing up hearing and being like, it was awesome. I love that station always.
Well, K Rock too, 92.
Well, yeah, K Rock, but like X107 was like the other like
Yeah.
K Rock. And then one day I turned it on, and it was country.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's weird. They have
That's
country
what
music
happened
on.
to this.
I turned it off, turned it back on like an hour later, country again. Maybe someone doesn't know that they're being pumped at the station, and it turned out they switched it from to
Yeah, that's
alternative.
what happened to this station. I actually I noticed I found it for like 6 months, and then I turn it on. It's news radio. I'm like, oh, that must be a mistake. I turn it on again. It's still news radio.
Well,
They just
when we
turned
were
it into
in
news radio.
when we were in college, they came out with this station called The Bone,
Yeah.
and it was
Oh, that was
24 hours
awesome,
a
yeah.
day of 80s hairband music.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
not
It was
bad.
awesome. And I went
Now
back.
it's a Spanish station.
Yep, it's Mexican music now. Awesome.
You know what I kind of like actually? If you're on a long road trip, turning on the AM dial and finding the talk radio, because it's always like it's the craziest things you've ever
Yeah.
heard.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're
America.
they're like, you know what the problem with Obamacare is? We ended slavery.
We lost the Civil War, but we'll be back. South Siraj again. America.
Yeah.
America.
You know what's wrong with the unemployed? They're still in our country. Let's deport them.
And they're all not white.
Yeah.
Actually, like the white people are the unemployed people. Like the other people are the ones taking all the jobs.
Yeah, exactly. All the Mexican people are actually working.
Yeah. Don't complain
Yeah.
about you're only complaining about your immigrants so that they can actually get jobs.
So, speaking of somebody who shouldn't have a job,
What the frack? That's the headline.
people know fracking, right? It's mining to extract resources, gas, I believe.
Natural gas. The idea basically is people have too much clean drinking water, and we want to end that. I mean, people are getting by, like they're like just working the system with clean water. Screw you! You have to work for clean water.
Yeah,
Buy
there's,
Evian.
there's not enough chemicals in the water, so
You know, just on a side note, do you know how bottled water obviously is very big right now?
yeah.
And by big right now, it's been since like 1990. So there's apparently a lot of parents give their kids bottled water exclusively.
Okay.
And you know what the result has been? The kids have terrible dental issues because they're not getting fluoride, which you're supposed to get from the tap water because fluoride's in the tap water.
Ah.
So lots of parents are giving their kids bottled water, which is essentially abusing their kids. Like the worst thing you could do is give them bottled water all the time, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So you're screwed either way.
It's like, you're like, oh, I try to give my kids the very best by making them an asshole.
Do you get the fluoride if you use a Brita?
Yeah, actually, fluoride, if you can't boil fluoride out either. So you can boil the water, fluoride's still in there. You can use the Brita, fluoride's still in there.
Okay, so I'm good.
If you buy Evian, your kid will look like they're from, like, Oklahoma.
Awesome.
Or England.
Yes, and if you're listening in Oklahoma or England, congratulations.
Your teeth are terrible.
Congratulations, your teeth suck.
So there was a vote in North Carolina to veto the fracking rules.
Wait, was there a vote to veto it, or what was the vote? I don't think you have a vote to veto.
To
Yeah,
override.
you don't understand it.
I don't
law,
know
do
politics.
you?
It was a vote to override the veto. That makes sense, right?
So they passed a bill
It
to
got
allow
vetoed.
fracking.
Right.
The governor vetoed it. Some big person has to veto it.
No, they passed a.
Jay said, I don't want you guys to question my story interpretation. I just said government veto happened. This woman's a moron. Go on.
They passed a rule that allowed fracking. The governor vetoed it, and so they voted to overturn the rule, which would have made fracking illegal again.
Okay.
Okay, so it came down to Becky Carney, and she accidentally voted against it,
Do you think
Well,
she,
it's
which made
actually-
fracking legal.
she's like, I accidentally voted against
Well,
it.
I'm
and-
confused. So
hang
I
on.
bet she was confused.
She's like, I accidentally voted against it, and I accidentally took a lot of money from the fracking industry.
I feel like there were so many negatives that like you almost got confused.
In her
with the-
defense, she didn't have a drunk person who doesn't know anything about politics trying to explain it to her.
To be fair, the
So wait,
ballot.
that's not in
hang
her
on,
defense.
the ballot
That's
question she.
actually in her.
To be fair, the question she had the vote on was, should we not allow fracking?
She could have used the defense that Jay explained the rule to her. But
Yeah.
that would have been valid.
I listened to the Ring of
Wait,
I
Jay.
had no idea what was happening.
Jay, I don't understand this. Wait, hang on. Let me explain this. Let me understand this. So fracking is now legal, but I have to give all my money to Landry Fields because he sucks. I don't understand.
So we overturned the veto to overrule the turning of the rule backwards.
Okay, so Jay, if I vote yes here, we're gay married.
I'm so confused.
I don't want to do that, Jay.
So she said she was tired.
Come on. She's like, I was tired of not getting a lot of money from the fracking industry.
And she said people make mistakes constantly when they're tired.
Like the other
Did
day.
they outlaw tired?
So she put it in and then said, "Oh my God, it won't let me change my vote." So these ballots are usually yes or no.
Does North Carolina only take their representatives from the people that
Wait,
say hello at
is this
Walmart?
person like a normal person?
I'm sorry, there was no reading involved. It was a green button or a red button.
Is this like a normal voter or is this
This is a
Hang on.
house.
It has to be. It's
yeah,
the legislature in
it's
North
the
Carolina.
legislature.
I have a question. Is the education system so poor in North Carolina? The legislature, the most intelligent people in the state, need a green or red button.
Well, we were.
I know, they couldn't even have words. It was just colored. Push on colors. Green is go, red is stop.
She's the deciding vote. Let's not tell her what the colors mean.
Yeah.
She's like, in my defense, I didn't know what the colors meant. No one would tell me. I had to vote without knowing what I was voting on.
Yeah. Because green is usually not go, right?
I pushed green because I thought it said go fracking away.
Someone who wanted to sway the vote, like under one of the options, wrote America. She just picked that one.
She's like, also, I voted for the execution of squirrels. Only bad squirrels.
Yes.
Why? You know what I don't understand that whole system is that basically you've come to this point where you're like, I know we need clean water to live, but that's a lot of money. Do people realize once you die, you don't get to keep the money?
Right, exactly.
And the clean water is kind of more important?
Shouldn't people who join the government get a pamphlet on how to vote?
Did you ever hear the
think.
thing about helium? And that apparently the U.S. had a giant supply of helium. You can look this up somewhere. Maybe Jay wants to. Basically a giant supply of helium. And they decided back in maybe the 90s.
And it floated away.
They decided to start selling off that helium because the government had too much. They wanted to privatize the helium. And apparently because of that, we're going to run out of helium soon. And apparently helium's really useful for a lot of things that people don't realize besides keep making people talk weirdly.
Huh.
And
Right.
so apparently that's going to be a major issue in 15...
Also, it helps permanently lose a balloon.
Yes, yes. So apparently helium's... I mean, unless I was reading something that I should have read Snopes instead of that site that tells us that I'm a moron. Yeah. Helium.
So on the next Brink of Sanity Science Edition, we're gonna go over the benefits of helium.
On Brink of Sanity, we're explaining how the legislature in North Carolina and the helium industry work. Afterwards, you and the state senator will have no idea what we're talking about. So
Since Jay's been separated from his job, he's actually coming up with a third science-related podcast.
are you doing something with politics? He's looking at Mitt Romney, and there's a thing in the back of him that says, "Ask Mitt
or
Romney."
a politics-related podcast.
Yeah, ask Mitt Romney anything. That'd be fun.
Well, he's standing in front of a sign for those of you who are.
Can you ask him to give you money?
Yeah.
Can I have money?
I would ask for a handout. He's got a lot of
You could
money.
ask
Can I
him
have
that.
$1 million?
That would be the great. The whole debate was they're like, Obama, how are you going to reduce the unemployment? Mitt Romney, can I have $100 million? Back to Obama. There's a big
Can you
immigration.
ask Mitt Romney if I can have $1 million?
There's a big immigration problem in our country. Can you ask Mitt Romney for more money from me? Mitt Romney, I'd like a new car. Back to Obama. Could you ask him for shiny things on my wheels? That's bad.
I want shiny poop.
Yes.
Can you buy me a cupcake?
Mitt Romney, will you guarantee a $1,000 cupcake for all Americans?
So Romney decided that he's not going to answer any questions he doesn't like anymore.
You know, if you hear Romney, he doesn't answer he doesn't say anything anymore. His whole goal is to say nothing, to say, Obama bad, unemployment high, call me Mr. President.
Yeah. Catchphrase.
He's like
Democrats evil.
I'm going to get rid of Obamacare with what? Something.
Magic.
Elect me.
Yeah.
And he will be the next president. I'm pretty sure about this.
You know what the funniest thing was? I ended up I was reading a news story about the different states and who's favored in each state. As of now, and Obama is a huge favorite in Massachusetts, and I think that's Mitt Romney's state.
It is. It is.
I mean, I know that it's.
You shouldn't that be a red flag?
Yeah,
You can't win your own state.
If you can't win your own state, it's not looking too good.
And in Alabama, Romney and Obama are losing to the head of the Ku Klux Klan. Just also.
Yeah, but if you're a governor of a state and they don't vote for you,
what was it? So what was Romney say about I won't answer questions, or what What do you say?
Well, he calls it. Of course, they have to have catchphrases for everything. So,
What's the catchphrase for I'm gonna pull Sarah Palin?
right-wing conspiracy websites. So anybody who supports those, he will not answer the questions for. So basically, if you stump him, he'll just go, "You're a right-wing conspiracy."
I think
Conspiracist.
Mitt Romney's entire pitch to the American people should be, "Don't I look like I should be a president?
Yeah, I look very.
Does that guy look like a president? Come on, look on your $1 bill. Who looks closest?
I should be on money. That's his slogan.
I should be on money. I should be on money, and I will hand that money out to all of you."
I have so much money; it should just be me.
He should just be like, you know what? I've got like $100 billion. I will just pay you guys for the votes. That'll solve the problem. You guys don't have money. You need money. I'll pay you for your vote. There we go.
Wouldn't that be great if you could be like, "Hey Jay, where's that report?" I could be like, "You're a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not going to answer that question."
That's actually how Jay got fired.
Dope.
But yeah, maybe that wasn't the best of ideas.
Romney. You know what's actually, I don't know why you reminded me of this in the conversation, but do you know there's a homeless soccer league?
What?
Also known as the hilarious soccer league.
I actually look up on Google, go type in homeless soccer league.
It's just like people biting each other and throwing up and doing meth in the corner.
I didn't say like drug addicted soccer league. There's a homeless soccer league. Look it up.
Isn't that the same thing?
Homeless soccer league.
Are you saying homeless people don't do drugs?
I'm just saying it's weird because they try to raise money for it, and you're like, hey, instead of giving them soccer balls, why don't you give them homes?
Yeah.
The guys after the game are like, that's a great game. Can I live in this field? I don't understand how we're teaching homeless people to keep in shape. How about keep them in a job?
When the game starts, they all just get out of their sleeping bag and cardboard boxes and start kicking the ball around.
They're like, we need one referee. I'll take the job. I'm homeless.
Maybe they can sew all the soccer balls together and make a big tent where they can live.
It's like an international league, I think. Here, look it up. Why football? Because they call it football, not soccer. Because the rest of the world's stupid. The Homeless World Foundation uses the power of football or soccer, to attract homeless people and other of them the chance to change their lives.
Wait,
you know what actually would also change their lives? A roast beef sandwich.
I have a question. Are there ringers, people who aren't homeless that pretend to be homeless?
Yeah, you're like, weren't you on the Olympic team? You're not homeless. I was moving in between apartments. I was technically homeless.
Yeah. I was living on my friend's couch for a day, so I joined the league.
I think.
Jay, did you lose your job so you wanted to play soccer?
Yeah, he has to lose his home first, though.
I think what they're going to do is try and get all the homeless people onto the field and then just bomb it. It's sponsored by Romney.
Yeah. How do I solve how do I solve the homeless people? You know what Bloomberg? You remember what Bloomberg did? He said if you're homeless but you have family in another state, we will give you a one-way flight to that other state.
Yeah,
we will ship our homeless people out to the other states.
How kind of him.
Can we go back to that homeless article? I want to read the rest of it.
Sure.
When a homeless person gets involved in football, they communicate and build relationships with others.
Homeless people.
I'm networking with the homeless.
Yeah.
None of us have jobs or can eat.
I just had to throw that in.
They become teammates, learning to trust and share. They have a responsibility to attend training sessions. Oh, I got to make my practice, so I shouldn't just lay on this brick all day trying to sleep.
Yeah, I have to make time for soccer practice.
To be on time, to be prepared. Oh, the reason they're homeless is because they can't be on time, not because they have a meth addict problem.
Yeah, exactly.
These skills and attributes. This is the dumbest possible charity ever.
Yeah.
Our national partners provide us.
There really is no information on how they're going to do anything about homelessness. It's just we're going to get people together and make them socialize.
You're still homeless, but you scored a goal yesterday.
Yeah.
Can we go with the flesh-eating woman before we have to end?
Okay. This is our last story of the day.
We have to end.
Where is it?
Okay, so there's this girl in Florida or somewhere, I don't know. She was actually really attractive, and she got bitten by a flesh-eating bacteria. And she's now lost two of her arm, all her arms, her leg. And there's keeps being articles that say flesh-eating bacteria victim is really positive. She has a good outlook. She's really upbeat. If you're a victim of flesh-eating bacteria, how hard is it to be upbeat? In the sense of if you said "fuck shit, I hate the world," isn't that kind of upbeat for someone that just got eaten by flesh-eating bacteria?
Yeah, sure.
Isn't it like the bar really low for being upbeat?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow. Not today. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna wait a day.
Things are looking up.
By the way, Tom Cruise not gay.
Okay, Tom Cruise not gay.
He would not have sex with him. He would not have sex with a male flesh-eating bacteria. Jay's got to go because he has to send a birthday party.
I think we covered every single one of our stories, though.
Yes, we did.
Stories, yeah.
All right. Thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com, 631-676-1181 is the number, and at Nick of Sanity on Twitter. That's Nick with a K in front
Send
of it.
Jay money.
Nick of Sanity. Send me money because I'm going to be homeless soon.
Please send donations to Jay, and we promise you can have your donations put towards Jason playing soccer.
Yes, I will play soccer for money. So thank you. We do have an iPhone and an Android app. Just search Brink of Sanity for it, and you can get those apps.
We also have a voicemail. Tune in next episode to hear the voicemail.
Yes, we didn't get to that, but we will get to that next episode. brinkofsanityshow.com is the website. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Good night, kid.
I like that.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah,
Goodbye. It's time to go.
This is the end.
Say goodbye.